Hey everyone, welcome back to Secure Your Benefits. I'm really glad you clicked on this video because the information I'm about to share today can truly make a difference for so many people who rely on Social Security benefits across the United States. Today is April 29, 2025, and trust me, this isn't just another update. This might be one of the most important Social Security videos you'll watch this month, or even this year, especially if you're a retired worker, a survivor beneficiary, a public service retiree, or someone who's dealing with confusing government adjustments to their checks. Let's get right into it because there are a lot of moving pieces in the Social Security space right now. And if you're like the millions of Americans who depend on these benefits as a critical part of your monthly income, you need to know exactly what's happening, what's changing, and what you need to do if anything to protect your money. So, first off, let's talk about what everyone's been buzzing about: the Social Security Fairness Act. Yes, it finally passed in early 2025, and now we are seeing the real-world effects in people's bank accounts. For years, retirees from public sector jobs like teachers, police officers, and city workers have been subject to the Windfall Elimination Provision, also known as WEP, and the Government Pension Offset, or GPO. These were two rules that significantly reduced Social Security benefits if you were also receiving a pension from a job that didn't pay into Social Security. Sounds complicated? It was. And for many people, it felt like they were being punished for working in public service. The new legislation repealed both the WEP and GPO, which is a massive shift. And as of this month, we're now seeing the results show up in the numbers. According to official statements from the Social Security Administration, over 2.8 million Americans have already had their monthly benefit amounts adjusted upward. The average increase ranges from about $250 to more than $1,000 per month depending on the situation. But that's not all. Many of these folks are also receiving retroactive payments that go back as far as January 2024. Some people are seeing deposits as large as $8,000 land directly in their bank accounts. Of course, this amount varies depending on how long you've been impacted and how much you were underpaid due to those now removed offsets. But the fact remains, this is a huge win for millions of Americans who have waited decades for fairness. And if you're watching this video and wondering whether you qualify for these increases or back payments, here's what you need to do: check your My Social Security account immediately. That's the most direct way to see if your benefits have been recalculated or if there's a retroactive payment pending. And just a side note, if you find this kind of information helpful, don't forget you're watching Secure Your Benefits, where I break down everything related to your Social Security, retirement, Medicare, and federal assistance in ways that make sense. You don't have to read through legal documents or watch boring press briefings. I do all that work for you so you don't have to. Now let's talk about what's happening behind the scenes. While beneficiaries are finally getting some long overdue justice, the Social Security Administration is, unfortunately, facing a bit of a crisis. Due to budget constraints and staffing policies pushed during the previous administration, the SSA has been operating with significantly fewer employees. In fact, 7,000 positions have been cut in the last 18 months, and over 40 field offices have closed or are scheduled for closure in the coming weeks. That's already causing long wait times both online and in person. So, if you're trying to schedule an appointment or get help with your benefits, just know that delays are becoming increasingly common. This is something we all need to keep an eye on, because when staffing drops and demand increases as it is right now with the new recalculations and retroactive payments, it can lead to mistakes, errors in your statements, and missed payments. That's why I'm urging all my subscribers to keep a close watch on their benefit amounts and transaction histories. And if anything looks off, don't wait, report it through your SSA account or contact their hotline as early as possible. Another development to be aware of is the increase in fraudulent claims and scams. Whenever there's a big payout, you can be sure scammers will come out in full force. If you get an email, a phone call, or even a letter in the mail asking you to verify your Social Security details or bank account info, be extremely cautious. The SSA will never call or email you to ask for sensitive information out of the blue. If you're unsure, call them directly using the number listed on their official website. I say this all the time on Secure Your Benefits because every week I hear from people who fell victim to scammers posing as SSA agents. Don't let that be you or someone you love. And now, let's address another question that's been coming up a lot: are Social Security funds running out? This topic seems to show up in headlines every few months, and while there are definitely long-term funding challenges, let me clear one thing up: Social Security is not going bankrupt, and checks are not going to stop anytime soon. The most recent annual report from the Social Security trustees does show that if no changes are made, the trust fund reserves could be depleted by 2034. But even in that worst-case scenario, Social Security would still be able to pay out about 77% of benefits from ongoing tax revenue. Congress is well aware of this, and several proposals are already being debated to address the funding gap, everything from raising the payroll tax cap to adjusting cost of living formulas. Speaking of COLA, let's take a quick look at where we stand with the 2025 cost of living adjustment. Earlier this year, we saw a 3.2% increase in Social Security payments, which is a bit lower than last year's 8.7% jump, but it still matters, especially with the way inflation has affected housing, groceries, and medical costs. Based on current inflation trends, experts are estimating the 2026 COLA could land somewhere around 2.5%, though that's still months away from being finalized. I'll keep you updated here on Secure Your Benefits as that data becomes more solid. If you're new to this channel or maybe just stumbled upon this video, you might be wondering why I take all this so seriously. The truth is, I started Secure Your Benefits because I saw how confused and overwhelmed people were by all the bureaucratic language in government press releases. I wanted to create a space where you can get real, clear, and trustworthy updates without having to sort through 100 websites. My mission is simple: to help you protect what you've earned. Because you've paid into this system for decades, and you deserve to get every penny that's rightfully yours. Before I wrap this up, let me leave you with a few final thoughts. If you haven't logged into your SSA account lately, please do it this week. It takes just a few minutes, and it's the easiest way to track your benefit amount, verify if you've been included in any retroactive payments, and catch any issues before they snowball. Also, if you know someone who worked in the public sector and might have been affected by the WEP or GPO, maybe a family member or a neighbor, share this video with them. It could mean a serious change to their monthly budget, and they may not even realize they're eligible for more money. And finally, if you're still watching, thank you. I know this was a long video, but I try to pack in as much real value as I can. Everything I shared today is based on verified sources, not rumors or speculation. You can always trust that on Secure Your Benefits, I bring you facts that matter. No hype, no clickbait, just the information you need to make smart decisions about your future. I work really hard to make these videos for you, and nothing I share is fake news. Everything is real and confirmed from trusted sources. So please support me by liking this video, sharing it with others, and commenting below if you found it helpful. And of course, subscribe to Secure Your Benefits and don't forget to press the bell icon so you never miss an update.